I've called the meeting to order. Commissioner Weeks, you will lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Before we get started this morning, I would like to hold a moment of silence to honor the memory of Penny Hart, who passed away last Tuesday, longtime State's Attorney's Office employee, so we will honor her memory with a moment of silence. Thank you. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family, and may she rest in peace. Next on the agenda, approve the agenda.
Move.
Motion by Weiss, second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. This time we'll open the meeting up for any public comment. If anyone wish to address the commission this morning on any topic that isn't on the agenda.
Yes, I have one.
Okay?
Jamie Lickholt, and I know it's gonna be on next week's agenda, but the reason I'm here is kind of the same thing. The family reached out to me, Penny's family, to shoot a fireworks shoot tomorrow after the wake. So that's, I know it's not on the agenda this week because of the short notice. I couldn't get all the paperwork in. So I just wanted to make it known, and they said that there might be a special provision that even though the paperwork's in works for next week, we might still be able to do it. I'd rather ask for permission than forgiveness. So I'm just trying to get it out there so there's no conflicts, I guess.
Lynn, can you explain to us how it works? How it should work?
Well, with public comment, you guys can't interact or make any motions.
Right, that's why I'm asking you. Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing can be decided right now.
Right.
And plus with possible red flag situation.
Okay, I guess, I would recommend maybe getting a hold of Scott Meints, our emergency management director, so that he can make sure that we're at a safe level to allow that before you do anything. With that, I guess, we'll have any other recommendations, but it'll be on the agenda next Tuesday.
Yeah, if he just brought it in.
Yep.
Yeah, it got sent in yesterday, and then, yep.
All right. Anyone else? Online, on the phone? Seeing none, we will move on. Judy Dosh, building superintendent, and Randy Azem, the assistant building superintendent. Quotes for flooring for the second floor of the courthouse.
It's just me today.
Just the assistant.
It's me today. You guys got copies?
Yes.
Yes.
I would recommend doing this for Montgomery's, please, sir.
Move.
It's flooring that needs it's flooring and stair treads from first floor to second floor. They're wore out, the grip treads are coming off of the steps, and while we're doing the flooring, it just makes sense to do the stair treads also.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Dinger, a second by Weiss to approve the Montgomery quote for the second floor courtroom flooring. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry to jump the gun before you.
You're good. You're good. Thanks.
Floor away. Okay, next up, Dirk Rogers, Highway Superintendent, 2 right-of-ways for Northwestern Energy.
Good
Morning, Dirk.
Hello, friends. How are you guys?
Good.
Good, and you?
Thanks.
Good. We have, did you have copies of these?
Yes.
They submitted them on 2 separate sheets of maps. They're on both maps. What am I trying to say? Both maps are the same. Basically, they're gonna hook up south. It's right behind the football field at Central. Right there by the, what do you call that, field house?
Okay.
And run the line south. Actually, as you can see on that drawing, it goes, 1.5 miles onto the township road, so we're only regulating them to the south bypass. And basically, and then they're doing the exact same kind of thing, only it's way shorter that's from that substation, whatever that you call that thing that's south of Walmart down there on the west side. So run from there down to the corner, and what they're doing is they're taking their above-ground infrastructure, there's some riser, I don't know much about gas, except it blows up, but, they have those risers down there, and they're burying so that everything's underground now. They had some problems where the cars would go in the ditch and clip those off, and it creates an issue, so.
Sure.
But anyway, I would recommend both of them, they're listed as, if you wanna do them separate or together, Lynn, I don't care, but they're basically the same project right next to each other.
I'll move together.
Second, okay, we have a motion by Weed, second by Denner to approve the Northwestern Energy right-of-ways. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. No other updates?
So, to that point, that's a request for dust proofing, and I know you had some comments the other day. So far, we're bladdered the 4 miles. Since then, or we're going to bladder the 4 miles, we'll be shooting oil tomorrow, I'm hoping. But since then, we got a request to bladder 2 more miles. 126th Street, they're gonna put stop signs all the way across it, 'cause the traffic's ripping across that a mile north of our bypass. And,
Township's gonna do that?
yeah, we'll give them the signs, we have a bunch laying around from the signing projects. And now the request for the west side to dust proof, which I'm not in favor of, but I get you gotta pass that along.
That's like over the bridge on the west side?
Yeah,
or-
on the west side, over in Kyler's land there.
Yep.
But these are, well, you're the first commissioner I've had out at Richmond in 20 years.
I'm not
So
out at Richmond.
you're
I
gonna
haven't been out
be,
there in weeks, but I do have a lot there.
so, where do we stop? I mean, we only started with maybe 150 to 200 cars that we're even trying to accommodate. Now we're to the point that we've impacted 10, and if we did the west side of the road, which I might die on that hill, I'll just tell you right now. And, I mean,
Where do you stop?
right,
Yep.
so, I've never I know never is a bad word, don't like speaking in absolutes. I do not recall ever paving a detour, ever. We have another detour that's gonna be kicking up Wednesday for the Sand Lake Bridge, and part of that includes Road 18 south of Houghton, which is in far worse shape than anything I've seen around the Richmond area. And we'll get up there and fix it, it's all part of the deal, but, and then one more comment about I told myself I wasn't gonna bring this frickin' topic up, because it's not my project. But there's lots of comments, not even directed entirely at us, but at the project in general, you know, about the timing of how things are being executed right now, you know? And they were gonna start pumping water, they don't have their permits, the state hasn't issued them their discharge permit yet. They can't legally pump the water out of the lake yet, they're waiting for the state. Supposed to get done today, hopefully. I don't know, when was the last day when was veto day? And I was talking with one of you two about this
The end of
yesterday.
March every year, it's like the 30th, 29th.
So it's like the
of March.
last day in March.
And it's always in the last week of March.
Okay, so the funding for this project wasn't even in place
Yep.
until the last day of March. And we are now, what, 6 weeks later, something like that? And a normal project, nothing happens till you get your contractor. And side note, kind of a quickie, strange bid process they did, but it's a state, who the hell's gonna audit them, right? But,
They are.
well, yeah, but I mean, all of a sudden, boom, we're down to one contractor that has a different number than the original bid. But at any rate, that happened April 8th or 6th or something, wasn't it? I mean, it was another week or so after they finally got the money in place. Normal project, that's when the contractor, okay, it's awarded to me. I can start purchasing, leasing my spots, and I can get all my permits, and, well, that was 5, 6 weeks ago. So, be quite honest, the fact they're even this close to doing anything's a frickin' miracle when you think about it, so. I really don't care about the process so much, I'm just saying, people need to pump the frickin' brakes here. I mean, this is a $30 million project that they basically had the contractor identified for 5 weeks. I do not think this is something that we need to be taking a lot of risk on, you know, we're in day 4 of our detour, we're still hearing about it. And the frickin' road, we haven't even started pumping water yet, we have 326 days, or 726 days to go yet on this frickin' project, you know? So, it'll get squared away, and we'll come to some equilibrium out there at Richmond, but I'm not gonna, and I know you all get contacted. Brock, Secretary, Greenfield, about had a conniption over one email he got that was, I mean, I'd had 12 contacts that day that were worse than what that was. His didn't even have any good swear words in it, hardly. So, I mean, the reaction to the people out that have been impacted by the project is really no different than what I expected it to be. I just didn't expect it to be quite so visceral, so quick. But, having said all that stuff and rambled on so I feel better, I don't see any reason why this is gonna be that big of a problem. People will get settled in. The ones that would prefer to make the right turn will go and make a right turn. You know, I don't know what else to do. We've dedicated 6 miles of road that we've taken no longer on the township system this year. The county's added 6 more miles to their system, and it's gonna be that way for 2 years. And I have no idea about, you know, is this an open, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I don't know, is this an open blank check thing for them? I don't know. I don't like blank checks, but we have to, there's no limit, there's no contract, there's just an agreement that, and I expect that, I mean, I think the state will pay us, that's not the thing. But if we get to the end of the year and I'm out of money, I might be looking for somebody to go, hey, what about the 350 we got hanging out on this project, or whatever it is. So just be aware of that, I guess, is what I'm saying.
What aren't we gonna be able to do in other parts of the county because of what we had to do there?
We're not to that point yet.
Right.
But I mean, that's gonna be the
It
next,
may come to it.
might come and go, who's gonna call Fishback and tell them we're not paving the county line down there and let them all know, you know, so.
Well, it's in the eye of the beholder. It's what we promised them at the meeting, is that we will monitor the situation and we will react to make it as safe and as appropriate as possible within reason.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
And that's gonna be a little bit subjective, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit of an inconvenience, and we knew that going in. And so we all get along and try and communicate and not get excited, and we'll be fine.
Yep. I agree.
So you and your staff have been making good efforts towards that end, and we'll continue to do that, and humans will do what they're gonna do. And you can try and, I want you to go this way, and if they decide they're gonna go that way, they're gonna go that way, and we'll keep track of the situation and try and make sure that we maintain it as safe as possible within reason.
Yep. I agree.
That's
Our
that.
goal is to keep everybody as safe as possible, and that may include everyone making small adjustments on what they do.
Yep.
Slow down a little bit, pay a little more attention, you know, it's common sense.
So we'll have 3 days, we're out there getting it finalized because Josh is a perfectionist. But there'll be 3 days that we'll be shooting oil, and they're not gonna be in a row. Okay, so there'll be 1 day this week, we'll do one process, and then hopefully, I don't think we'll get them 2 days apart far enough next week, because Monday's looking a little, we'll have to see if we can get down there Monday, we might be able to do the second lift on Thursday, but you gotta leave some time in between there, otherwise you end up with a bunch of unstable oil, and we'll be on the 6 o'clock news explaining why we did that, so.
Well, sun's out and you get a nice day, but that doesn't mean conditions are right.
Exactly.
You gotta have several days stacked up for that.
Yep, but I don't think it's a,
We're close.
yeah,
We're there.
and we'll be working between 9 and 3. I mean, we'll show up and stay longer, but as far as being out on the road,
Mhm.
because that's, all your traffic is by 8 o'clock, 8:30, it's pretty mellowed out there, so. And then the nighttime, we haven't been out as late to see, but that usually starts about 3:30 or 4, that it'll start picking up a little bit.
And if anybody wants to stop out to the highway shop and visit you about it, good luck getting there.
Yeah, no Yeah, and you know what? Not one of the truck drivers, a couple of them ran over the couple candles, but nobody's been bitching, which surprised me, but,
The same
Well, yeah.
streets every year.
yeah. I sit out there one morning, if they move the cones, you have to sit there, wait for somebody to go by so you can figure out which lane you're supposed to be in. But, no,
It's construction season.
that's right, and,
Be patient.
our other stuff isn't going to, nothing else is impendingly coming right away. I think in the next month, we should get started on 14. I haven't talked with the cold in place guys, but we haven't had a pre-con for that yet. That would be the road on 16. And then the county line down there on 27, that's gonna be a little bit later in the year. I think the first thing we're gonna do is go do the stuff that, at the fairgrounds, use it as a training opportunity. I'd rather screw up the petting zoo than Highway 12 or something. And then,
You don't like bunny rabbits?
nothing against them, they can handle the bumps better. And then we're gonna go up on 9 west of 281 and do all the pieces that are in between the pieces that got fixed up. We're playing leapfrog up there for about the last 15 years, but now we're gonna hopefully have things close enough all together, and then if we can work it in before the year's out, we will also chip seal the whole thing, 'cause the older stuff needs some love, but the new stuff won't. There's 3.7 miles out of that 10 that will be overlaying. But it's a hop, skip, and a jump deal, it's a mess. So, all right. I didn't have a department update on there for a reason, 'cause I didn't wanna talk about it, but I guess I did, so that's what we're doing.
Sorry to bring it up.
That's all right.
Close enough.
All right.
All right,
Have
thank
a
you,
great
Jerry.
day.
Have a safe day.
You as well. All right, next, approve and authorize chairman to sign the contractual weed and pest grant.
Move. Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Dennert. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next, approve and authorize chairman to sign the fireworks permit for the Richmond Lake Association to be held on July 3rd.
Move. Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Gage. They will be lighting them off in the vicinity of the Oasis this year versus the Richmond, the Edwards Preserve, just because of the closure. They won't have the boats and pontoons out in the lake to watch it, so they've already asked for permission to do that, and the highway department said it was okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Discuss new NECOG bylaws and appoint a representative. They had their meeting last Wednesday, Zoom meeting, and I participated in that. They've been contemplating making some bylaw changes because the attendance at their meetings kept dwindling and dwindling, and they represent, it's either 13 counties and 12 municipalities, or vice versa. It's about 25 counties and municipalities that are part of the NECOG group. And the last meeting that they had two members present to their meeting. So they made some changes to hopefully increase participation in their board meetings. And their prior bylaws stated that you could have 2 commissioners and then an alternate for a county, and the city had kind of the same arrangement. I think they only had 1 representative, but on that call, I committed to being the representative to the NECOG board, so they will be communicating with me. So I let them know that I'm volunteering to take on that responsibility. So anything you want or need, just have them approve it.
Move. Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Dennert. Any further discussion, questions?
We like them, so we don't want to put Tyler on it.
Yeah, he's famous for eliminating boards he's put on. All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. I'll keep you posted with what I find out. Moving on to the consent calendar. Lynn?
Approval of the general meeting minutes of May 5th.
Move. Second.
Motion by Dennert, second by Dinger. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims.
Move. Second.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
HR report.
Move. Second.
Motion by Dinger, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Landfill tonnage report for April.
Move. Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Denner. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Travel request.
Move. Second.
Motion by Denner, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Any other business to come before the Brown County Commission this morning? We were thinking we may have a request to go into exec from the Fair and Fairgrounds manager, but I don't see her here. Ross, do you have anything?
Contracts. Move.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Weiss, second by Denner to go into executive session for contracts. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Try and keep us legal.
Okay, we are back in session, out of exec with no action as a result. Is there anything else we need to,
Motion to adjourn.
okay, motion by Weiss, second by Denner to adjourn, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay, motion carries. We are adjourned.